Hey, welcome to my channel. For those who don't know me, my name is Jeff, and this is Walter. Walter's actually pretty picky when it comes to his phones, so he decided to make a little list here on this next one that some people haven't even heard of before. That's right, I ran into a gentleman the other day that said, I didn't even know HTC still made phones. Well, they do, and we're here to determine, is this one for you? It features this very lovely ornament-like glass back with such features as fingerprint collection, but no worries, they rub right off. One of the features that looks to have been forgotten, however, is wireless charge. And that's first on his list of negatives here, is no wireless charge. Now, some people, including myself, don't find this to be a big deal, but for $600, $650, I feel like having this glass back is a little shallow to not include wireless charge. So it just looks oh so pretty, and that's about it. Moving on to the side here, we got our little power button. It's a little ridge, so you get a little feel for it, and you don't have to kind of find it, which one's what, your power, your volume button, very tactile. A little on the flush side, but nothing bad. I approve. Antenna band here. Another one on the top. Looks like we got maybe a microphone there. SIM tray, which also features an SD card. And that is definitely going on the list because neither one of us enjoy having to buy the largest iPhone or OnePlus phone because they do not have expandable storage and you just don't want to buy a phone and run out of memory. So it's great to have that. It's very convenient. On the other side, we have two antenna bands. One, two. Interesting. I'm guessing because of the not power, but the volume rocker here. Nothing else moving down. And on the bottom, we got some more antenna bands. USB Type-C charging port. Not going to put that on a list either. For $600, that is standard on pretty much every phone that I know of, unless you're getting something overseas, and I still think those have those as well. We've got a down-firing speaker which actually works with your earpiece, which is nice, so you get a nice little stereo sound. With that, I will say the speakers are nice. They're not the best on the market, maybe not the clearest or fullest sound you'll get, but they're very loud and they're pretty good. I will say the iPhone 8 beats it out. They're a little richer, but I've definitely had some quiet phones before, and that's very disappointing. These are not. They're actually pretty decent. And another thing we just came across then is looking at the top, or bottom and the top here, is no headphone jack. And old Walter here is disappointed. He won't be able to use his Beats headphones. So no headphone jack. Not a big deal for some. Some people have Bluetooth stuff now at this point. But he loves what he has already, and this can't accommodate that, unfortunately. So it's going on the list. With that, we actually have another positive, though. Kind of goes with the build quality. It's waterproof or water resistant. We're going to write waterproof, since we're not the greatest at spelling here. So waterproof. Nice to have. We've never had any issues before with water damage, but for the money, it's nice to have that little bit of extra insurance. Kind of moving on to the front now, a feature that we really like is a fingerprint reader, and it's in the right place. Just not a fan of the, oh gosh, yep, that's bad. Even here, very easy to use if it were to be in the center like most, or just above center. Taken out of the pocket, of course, that's great, but when you're like me and your phone sits like this, it's great to use that and not have to put in a password or have no security at all. So really like the fact that we have a fingerprint reader in the right place. Some phones are omitting that as well nowadays, Apple. So fingerprint reader, great positive for this. We'll just put finger reader. Yeah, okay. Moving on, we've got her all unlocked now. A lot of people, camera, ultimate thing that's important to them, and this is a really good one. She scores top marks, very fast. Look at that. Good enough for Instagram. Didn't even try. I have not used the video yet a lot, but I'm sure it's great as well. But I can tell you that the point and shoot is definitely a good one. I'll start comparing those maybe on Instagram, kind of put some side by side, just so you get a really good idea of what this can really do. Moving on though, we'll kind of move off screen here for a second, and we'll go to the display. May not be 4K, but this thing is vibrant. Not oversaturated. It's not dull like some phones in this price range. It is pretty good. As you can see, it just the blacks just blend in with this large bezel at the bottom. I can't really complain about it at all. It may not be 4K, but it's sharp. So we forgot to put camera. We'll put camera down, and we'll put display down. Man, we got a lot going on in its favor here. One thing that a lot of people will kind of ask is battery life. If something's really horrible, then I'll definitely mention it. This isn't horrible, but it's not great either. Whoa, almost knocked the camera over there. But we'll kind of put it in the neutral. Battery is decent. I get probably 5.5 to 6 hours screen on time, which is really good. I mean, it's not the best on the market right now, but it'll make it through the day for most people. And for the price range, you can get this for as low as $550 to $600 on sale. That's kind of hard to beat everything you get in this phone. So what is the final outcome? We're both happy with it. Like I said, I would definitely recommend this without hesitation, unless you're really into what HTC really has coming out here in the near future. I don't even know if there's a release date yet. That would be their Plus model, which I believe is getting rid of the bezels and losing that fingerprint reader on the front, I'm pretty sure. So that would be a bit of a disappointment. I'm sure it's going to cost a lot more than this as well. So I would say this is the one to get. Not much more out there that can compete with its price range. The only thing really close to it is probably going to be the OnePlus 5, which is a good phone. You may be able to get more RAM on that, and it's more for people who want to customize their phone, but it can't compete with the display. Doesn't have SD card. The speakers aren't as good. It's not waterproof. Camera, not as good either as well. Also, it doesn't have wireless charge. I want to say it has a headphone jack. I can't remember. Again, I don't really use that. That's his forte, not mine. So this is a good one. Please like and subscribe. Until next time.